Hello and welcome back to Herald and Hearth. Uh, so I had started this reading and I accidentally clicked stop on it when I was trying to clear my throat. And you know what? That's okay. So we're gonna keep on rolling. I've already got a couple of cards out here and I really don't like to edit my videos as much as possible. So I think I am going to just start fresh right here. So hello, welcome back to Herald and Hearth. My name is Auntie A. As you see, we already have a couple of cards on the table, but I'm going to ask that you take a moment to breathe. All the way in and all the way out. We have Resurrection on the table and the Page of Pentacles in reverse and then the Temperance card. Feeling one more card for this to clarify this section, this one. Okay. I'm feeling like that fell into my hand in a very interesting way. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Something's going to like kind of just not like fall into your hand, fall into your lap. This newness. There was something about your self-identity that you've sacrificed. Maybe this idea of yourself as incapable of growth because of the Page of Pentacles in reverse, of somebody who is who was not able to grow past the small amount of the, well, I say small, it's a page for Pete's sake, but the amount of abundance that they had. And then Temperance is coming along upright, as if readjusting a flow. And I'm almost seeing an electrical current being readjusted, rebalanced. And through this process of rebalancing, of allowing an old way of understanding yourself to pass away, there is now space for this Ace of Wands, as well as there is now a sense of rightness, if you understand what I'm getting at. So what words do you want me to use, Spirit? You wouldn't have been able to hold the energy, the passion, the force, the chi that's dropping into your lap with this identity being held. That's what it is. Okay. Fascinating. Whoa. My third eye just got a massive burst of energy. It's like you're actually seeing yourself clearly, and not just with your physical eyes. You're seeing yourself clearly on a different level these days. You're seeing yourself clearly on a level that really represents more of who you are. You've readjusted the flow of energy in your own mind. I'm seeing like neural, like your neurosystem being rewritten, like the electrical signals in your brain, the impulses that run your body, that run your mind, that run everything in your physical vessel. I'm seeing an adjustment. I'm seeing new neural pathways being formed. No wonder it's a resurrection. Abandoning some of those old neural pathways can feel like a death. But in those new neural pathways, you're finding new ideas, you're finding new force, new excitement. And yeah, you don't exactly have a replacement in per se for the idea of yourself, but I don't think you're supposed to at this point. Yeah. You saw yourself as somebody who had to fight, who had to constantly fight. I'm going to take a sip of my drink here one moment. Sit with this for a moment. I've got the matching yellow here. It's almost like in the past you were glorifying pentacles and things in your life that you had in front of you. I'm seeing things, situations, places, people. Depends on who you are. Use your judgment and discernment. That was not what it said it was. It was not what it seemed. I'm hearing the word entrapment. It was not what it seemed. But because you had built your identity around it, it was very, very difficult to leave that situation and have that, like, allow that good judgment to be there. Judgment on the bottom of the card, of the deck, pardon me. It was very difficult to allow that judgment, that choice to happen because your identity was built on it. And now that you're rebuilding neural pathways, you're getting the strength and the chi and the force, yeah, to get your eyes on something. I'm seeing this individual's eyes going straight to this treasure chest. The Son of Swords. He's looking towards the sun. There's a message here for somebody about you cannot have it both ways. Interesting. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot stop the process of your learning in its tracks. You can't just say, no, we're going to stay the same. I get to believe this about myself, but I also get to have this energy, this truth. And I'm seeing, no, you had to go through this process of letting this go. You had to go through this process of letting this go. You had to pick up your sword of truth and wield it. You had to see yourself through the lens of truth. And I'm seeing a movement here from like the center of your chest here, sacral, not the sacral, the one above it. I'm blanking on it right now. And then also the green, which is moving up into the heart space. And then from there, I see it extending up and out through the rest of your energetic body. There's a title, a name you've picked up for yourself that was bestowed, I'm hearing. Interesting. Okay. All right, Spirit, tell us a little bit more. What's going on? This one? This one? Oh, no. Okay. There's been a lot of second guessing. Interesting. This one goes on the bottom. Aha! Judgment over the resurrection card. Gorgeous. Okay, so that to me says that there's a wake-up call happening. The Judgment is the card that generally has an angel that looks very similar to this one. Calling out, using horns to wake people up. And it's like you're being woken up. This also isn't a process that's necessarily happening outside of you. This is very much an internal process, okay? So this angel wears a symbol of the sun, and the sun in the tarot is personal divinity. It's self-sovereignty. So this is something that I'm hearing you have been in the process of reworking your inner workings, trying to stay grounded while also trying to be in your emotional body. Because the thing that you see on the far side of that is the crown. And the crown, in what my awareness, is Kether, ether. You are on a path of spirit. You are on a path of this. Daughter of Cups. Yeah, we have another woman sitting back in the earth, in a place of stillness, in a place of protection, and feeling her emotions. And this is the first card we have, feeling your emotions, where we are not externally putting on the cloak of groundedness, red for root chakra. We're actually in it. We're actually settled into it. We're actually settling into the feeling of safety and stillness and a new identity. This one? Ooh, a new identity. And you know what pops out? The Emperor. Surrounded by red. Stable. Abundant, powerful. And look at this. So we went from the page of getting excited. We went from the page of pentacles, wearing green, putting on the cloak of groundedness while still being disconnected. And then, because it's upside down, right? And then we moved through kind of a rewriting of your own neural system, through acceptance of new energy. You're moving past this point of kind of a false start almost, and into this ability to put on a new identity. And that identity is going to lead you into your identity, self-identifying as the Emperor. He's wearing the same clothes. So now this character is grounded in the earth, grounded in themselves, in their root. Eye on the prize, sword of truth in hand, connected to spirit, and that is what puts them in the position of the emperor. Really cool. Okay, fascinating, Spirit. I love this energy. This is a positive energy. This is an exciting energy. This is an energy of where you could be deceived or where you could be incorrectly identifying something as for you, but it is actually entrapment. I'm hearing that you're learning from this. You're learning from this. You're getting better judgment from this. You're learning to feel in your body when something isn't right. And it's putting you in a place of deeper self-empowerment. It's putting you in a place of more personal sovereignty and power. And that, in turn, connects you deeper to the world around you and the people around you. Yeah, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck again. And and in this one, it's a child exploding from an egg, just with like all of the force in the universe. I love it. Oh, interesting. And behind that, we have the Empress. And the Hierophant. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, leave them in the deck, but that is a good point. There is a sense of balance here, right? There's a sense of balance. There's a sense of new. There's a sense of upturning the old and seeing kind of the fruit of your faith, I heard. The fruits of your faith. I saw the Star card. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, Spirit. So this process that is they are going through of kind of rewriting these neural patterns, what do they need to hear right now? Oh, the Shaman of Cups. Your internal world must be tended, I'm hearing. It must be tended with devotion. It must be tended with care. You know, okay, I'm going to use the example I'm being given. So, you know, you wear your best clothes for Sunday church, right? Pull out your best Sunday clothes. You put them on. You go, you do yourself up nice, and you take yourself down to church, if that is what you're doing, you know. I'm using this because it's coming through. It's the same kind of idea where you're going to use, you know, you're not going to use cheap clothes because you're going somewhere where it means more than that, and it means something to dress up. It means something to hold yourself higher. Everything that you do, because it's not just about the clothes you wear, everything that you do is in devotion to something. And I'm hearing you deserve devotion from yourself. Son of Discs, okay. Let's see, what's this about? Ooh, what's this about? Oh, interesting. Okay, so with devoting to yourself, with becoming a devotee of self in a way, like I know that sounds like an interesting way of putting it, but it's really just choosing that you are worth, you know, the care and the kind of reverence that things outside of you are worth, right? If you feel reverence for something inside of you, outside of you, you can turn that reverence inward, and there is a part of you that deserves that. And through this process of becoming a more empowered version of self, a more sovereign version of self, somebody who is more stable emotionally, mentally, neurologically, I'm hearing, you will gain the ability to target stuff more closely. And this is not a target card about like, I don't like, oh gosh, I just heard, I don't like what I weigh, so I'm going to target that. That is not what I am talking about. Okay? Let me be very clear. That kind of thing is not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is the ability to see yourself, see the way that you're acting or behaving, understand that it maybe isn't something that you want to continue to do or continue to pour into, and instead identify how you can rework your neurological system to overcome that thing. That's a powerful thing. That is an incredibly powerful concept. Okay? I'm not just like blowing smoke up my own butt. Like, I'm hearing that. Like, it is a powerful concept. The idea that you can see yourself in a new light and that you can affect yourself on a deep level. Okay? Because this doesn't come from outside. This doesn't come from me, Auntie A. It doesn't come from, a thing that you can buy. It doesn't come from a diet plan. It doesn't come from a coach. It doesn't come from classes. It doesn't come from anywhere outside of yourself. This change comes from inside of you. And that's what makes it powerful, because you're not required to buy anything, to give, to sacrifice a bunch of stuff to somebody else who has the answer. I, Auntie A, don't even have the answer for you, okay? This is confirmation, this is comfort, this is a message from your guides and guardians to help you through this process. But this power is yours to take, because you are you. The power to be self-sovereign, the power to live and exist inside your breath, regardless of the circumstances happening around you, because those circumstances can be good and those circumstances can be terrible. And I'm not going to pretend that we all live in love and light all the time. That's just not true. And I'm seeing this progression of somebody who's going from, I can wield a sword of truth, I can put my mind to something, I can better myself, I can become a better version of myself, I can become a more stable version of myself, I can devote energy to myself and become stronger and more equipped. But I see this buildup of like being able to shoot one thing at a target to being able to shoot 8. Just like that. 8 of Wands, getting faster, getting better. It's a habit. It's a thing that you can teach your brain. Done with this deck for a moment? Yeah, okay. Which one? This one? Yeah, okay. Can I look at the card that fell off? Yeah, okay. Ooh, yes, Daughter of Wands. There's an exuberant energy. There's an exuberant, grounded, but connected to your voice. I'm seeing the red, I'm seeing the blue, I'm seeing freedom. So a freedom of your voice moving from being rooted within you as the pillars of self, upholding and moving up into your voice and moving through that. Oh, that's so cool, you guys. I'm so excited for you. This is such a process, and it's such a exciting process, because you move from thinking that's something and the way you are is all you are and can ever be, and moving into something where you realize that the walls are being blown open and the possibilities for you are just so much wider. And that is part of breaking this old way of thinking. I'm hearing the word paradigm. Again, paradigm has come up so much in these readings recently, both in the videos and in my life that have come around that I've done for people. Paradigms are something that is a way of thinking, a way of seeing the world, something that informs the way that you see the world that you're not even aware of. But a paradigm can become an idea through your growing awareness to it. And that, when you become aware of what is holding you back, what you're not aware of, that allows you to do with it what you will and make a choice. Okay, pocket of protection, yarrow. Yeah, I'm seeing concerns about safety when this is happening. How will I know I'm safe if I'm rewriting all this information in my brain? How will I know? How will I know? And I'm hearing, you will know because it's time. You will know because this was meant for you. We are with you. Your ancestors, your guides, your guardians. You're not doing this alone. It is what you are doing internally, but you are supported externally through spirit. And I would hope through family and through friends, the people around you, If you're not in a place where that's happening yet, that's okay. You're still strong enough to do this. You're still protected, okay? Heart's Home. Yeah, this is a card about growth. Hawthorn. It's a beautiful card, actually. I love this card a lot. This idea of being rooted down into our own selves, into our existence, into what nourishes us, into the space that our roots take up. Also, that being connected at the top to your divinity, to the sun, to your self-sovereignty, to your breath, to your presence. And by being connected to those two things and exploring, branching out from there, there comes this ability to move out into the world in new, exciting ways without ever truly having to leave the protection of your own self. Does that make sense? Because if you know yourself and you know you can change and you know you can adjust things and you know that you can learn to understand, then branching out becomes much less frightening, because the idea that you might find something you can't face suddenly becomes, I might find something that might change me. And you look at that and say, well, I've already started that process, so what do I have to fear? You deserve to feel at home in your own heart. Oh, interesting. There's one hanging right here. What is it? Let's find out. Yeah, the Devil card. You are... Oh, I'm so sorry, Bailee. Bonked your head. So the Devil card's a really interesting read for me. And I feel like I've learned a lot about the Devil card recently, so I'm going to share what I've learned. So the Devil card, the Lord of Matter, right? If that's undone by the Death card, which it is, you know, the Lord of releasing bonds. So what that means to me is that the devil is everything that we are born into, okay? So the devil is not only the world that we're born into, but also the body that we're born into, the genetics that we're born into, the DNA we're born into, okay? Stay with me. The devil is that binding of our soul into that physical body, okay? And then it is also the binding of us in the world that we live in. So we are placed into the world. We live in a society. It's a joke, but it's also true. You know, we live in this society that we have created and we as humans have created. And it's a very imperfect society. It is very imperfect. Especially, you know, I live in Western society, and that society is, well, we've seen the news. I won't get into it. But the thing I find interesting about this is that in this this mini Mother Piece deck, the Devil card is actually a pyramid of people taking up places and identities. So at the bottom, you have those kind of pressed to the lowest rung of society. You have people who are dispossessed. You have people who are forced to sell of themselves to survive, forced to do things to survive. You have the apathetic, those who just don't care, who truly couldn't care less. And they're out there. You have people who, you know, you move up the class ladder. There's all of these structures, these systems in place, right? Even if you're not necessarily from a Western society, that doesn't matter. We are all born into the worlds that we're born into and the bonds that we're born into, okay? I know this was a sidetrack, but stay with me, because the thing about the Devil card, the thing about the worlds that we're born into and the identities we are born into is that we are capable of moving beyond them. And that's what you're doing. This process of seeing your own ability to change yourself, to change your mind, literally, physically, somatically, that is the process that will allow you to just leave it behind. And it'll be left behind in a way that you won't even notice until you're going through stuff. That's what happened to me just now. I looked down and I thought, oh, where is that? What is that? Oh, it just was removed. Because you're not who you were anymore. And so the bonds that hold you are not the same. Yeah. Five of Swords again. This idea that, like, the world might try to convince you, kind of as a last-ditch effort. But you're not playing that game anymore. You're not playing that game anymore. You're not interested in the same game. You're not interested in playing for unreal object, like to win something that isn't even real to you anymore, because you see past it, you see around it for yourself. You're getting better at this process. You're getting better at taking the energy that comes your way, the Ace of Wands, the chi, and directing it into the self, targeting inward in order to become the best version of yourself. Like, that's a really, really amazing process that you guys are learning. I'm very impressed, and I'm very excited for you, because once you get better at this, things are gonna start happening for you in ways that you couldn't have imagined before, because you weren't that person before. Yeah, Shaman of Wands. There's this rootedness that's happening, and this connection. Yeah, we're just like leveling up in the wands. So it's not that even you'll just get faster, you'll get wiser. You'll get wiser. You'll get more capable. Because even the energy of these archers is still like held up. And then this Shaman of Wands is sitting back, relaxing in himself or herself, but it's a masculine on the card. Two of Swords. It's a choice. Life is dancing with infinity. Life is dancing with the infinite. We are the universe experiencing itself and ourselves. The experience of you will only ever be yours. In the sense that the universe can't have the same experience through somebody else. Spirit, source can't have that experience through anybody else. They can only have this experience through you, here and now. And I'm seeing there's support, there's guidance. We have the stork beside this person dancing, balancing, finding balance. They're looking within to do that. They're still grounded. They're still centered in their heart. But they are looking within, opening up their mind and their eyes and their hands, and being willing to dance and to make a choice based on what she sees. Any more from this? No. Are there any more cards? A couple from here? Okay. I'm hearing that devil card might have spooked some of you. It's okay. It's okay. You have nothing to be afraid of. The Emperor jumped out as I said it. You have nothing to be afraid of. Because as you start to learn your own personal power, and that power is your ability to shift and change and learn and grow, what you are afraid of will start to change. And you'll start to understand. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you'll start to understand. And this isn't a process that happens overnight, you know? I think there's a lot of videos, a lot of creators out there, and no hate to any other creator. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a lot of, shift overnight into a different timeline. Overnight shift, overnight thing, overnight this, overnight that. And I am not saying that things can't happen overnight. Spirit is an amazing thing. Our bodies are amazing. Our minds are amazing. Things can happen, okay? I'm not discounting that. However, some things take time. And the process of rewriting your neurology and rewriting the bodily responses that you have to things will take time. Okay? And I know that because of the Knight of Pentacles. And I know that because because this is a part of the path that I've had to walk as well. This is going to take time, but it is so, so, so worth it. See how much more prepared the Knight of Pentacles is. How much more prepared they are for their journey. They've elevated. They've made themselves more ready. Okay? This is what you're doing. You're learning to make yourself more prepared. And behind you, I have my ancestors card. Your ancestors are behind you in this process. There might be, I'm hearing for somebody, there might be some resistance in family. There might be some resistance. I'm hearing it's a tradition. I'm hearing it's the way we've done things. I don't want to discount anybody's traditions, and I don't want to discount anybody's ancestors, especially the living. We all know that family can be challenging. We all know that legacy can be heavy. Right? As much as we love our families. Well, I won't speak to everything, but, you know, in general, we try to love our families. And I'm feeling like there might be some concern on the viewer's end or somebody viewing about passed over ancestors being acceptable to this process, amenable to this process. And I'm hearing, yeah. Yeah, like this card coming out behind the Knight of Pentacles to me is such a card of support. It's such a show that like your ancestors are backing you. Okay? You're not alone. You're overcoming this idea in your mind. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles and then 8 of Swords reversed. Ooh, is this okay? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Do you want me to take behind this? Yes. Behind that? Yes. Behind that? No. Okay. So on the bottom of the card, I flipped it over, and the card on the top that's flipped over is connection. You're connecting, but with yourself. And through connecting to yourself, through this process of self-discovery and self-making, you will connect with people outside of you. It's like lighting up a node in like a larger tapestry, right? That echoes out from your space. And you're overcoming a thought paradigm, a thought idea that kept you trapped, that kept you held in place, that kept you unempowered, right? An identity of disempowerment. Oof, identity of disempowerment, yeah. Some of us have had that foisted upon us by the world, especially in our younger years. And I'm hearing that's not necessarily your fault, but it is your choice to move out of that. And move out of it, you are. Because we have the Chariot coming out behind these. You're moving past this identity of disempowerment into something much more empowering. Can I put these away? Yes, okay. Can we take a look at medicine? Oh, what is going on here? Hold on. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, let me flip those back over. There we go. A lot might be revealed to you in this process of self-discovery. Don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. Yeah, tap your resources. If you have family members you can trust, who might be able to help you in this process, if you have friends, partners that can do that. And I mean, like, be discerning, okay? This is a process of self-discovery. There might be people in your life that don't love that, okay? So do use your discernment. But tap the resources that you do have. Look around you and see if there's a place, a time, a space, resources that you have. I don't even know if I can name the resources. I feel like it's going to be different for every single person watching. I really do. Tap your resources. send your awareness down, all the way down your roots, and see what you have available to you energetically, physically, emotionally. This one? Yeah. Fortitude. Yeah, roots. Pay attention to your roots. There's so much about roots here. Fortitude, lady's mantle. You're on a new path. But your roots will help be your stability, okay? The roots that you're growing right now, the identity that you're shifting within yourself will be part of what keeps you, you know, keeps the fortitude of your ability to move forward down this path, okay? This one? One more? Yeah. I love this deck. This deck's so nice. Okay, let's get one more message. Just one last thing. I don't want to keep viewer here all day. But this is such a empowered reading. We have the Judgment. We've got, you know, Emperor twice. We've got Resurrection, Temperance. We've got all kinds of court cards. I mean, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. You're stepping into a period where your empowerment is growing. And I don't even want to say like a period where your empowerment is up, because I don't think that once you're going to go through this process, your empowerment will ever be back down to what it was prior to this. That's why I use the term level up. Yeah, you're connecting with the spiritual part of yourself, but you're also connecting that with the human part of yourself. You're not denying parts of yourself anymore. You're not denying parts of yourself anymore. One more? Yeah. Through connecting with yourself, you will better connect with the world around you. You will better be able to move, to work your magic, to feel like yourself, because you deserve to feel like yourself. These two, both, yes. Yeah, Priestess of Discs and Shaman of Discs. Whoa! Wow! Might be getting a lot of messages from birds. But I'm seeing a lot of this blue, a lot of like speaking up for yourself, for the world around you. This process is going to put you in a position of relaxation, of contentment, of empowerment. And it's gonna leave a different energetic legacy, because you won't be who you were anymore, in a way. You'll always be yourself, but who that self is, you know, how that self is expressed, what we learn, all that changes us. And so when you do this work internally, when you are willing to see the paradigms that have held you or your family in place for so long, and then on top of it, be willing to learn and to change, to grow past it, you're doing that work for those who come after you in your line, if you so choose to continue it. Okay? I think I'm having fun shuffling the deck now. Sorry. It's a bit of a fun thing. I'll just shuffle through it, see if there's a message to come through, and if not, we'll close it up. Is there anything else from Spirit? Haha, second to last. Look at that. Oh, how wonderful. 3 of Wands and Ace of Wands. So we have another Ace of Wands to close off the reading. I love, love, love that. You're being resurrected. And so don't feel bad if you feel a little bit childlike, in the sense of like figuring things out, still being taught. Like, your ancestors are here to teach you. This is a woman, a prehistoric woman, teaching her children stories that came before her. Teaching them about the world. And I'm seeing you can, if you choose to continue your line, you'll be able to teach them in a new way. Because you yourself are allowing yourself to be reborn. Your world is being reborn. Oof, and that is wildly exciting. My goodness, I am so, so thrilled for you. I don't know who you are. I don't know exactly what's going on, but boy, oh boy, am I excited for you. Because once you start this process of reworking your mind of seeing what you didn't see before and then adjusting accordingly, your life is going to change in a way you didn't even realize was possible, because you're going to change in a way you didn't even realize was possible. And that is something that you can that you can carry forward forever. So bravo. Don't give up. You're doing so good. I'm hearing your ancestors say you're doing so good. So hold the course. Stay connected to your breath. It's all gonna be all right. You're worth this change, and you're worth the work it takes to get there. So don't give up. I want to thank you for being with me today, being with yourself, for taking the time to join me through this reading. If you're still here, I want to thank you for sticking with it. And I want to thank you for doing this work within yourself, because every one of us that is willing to do this work within ourselves, we light up another little place in the world, and the connections and people around us can see that light as well. And that's, I think, how we, slowly change the world. At whatever pace we find we can do it for ourselves. So get on out there. And show yourself what you're worth. Show yourself. Show up for yourself. You might be surprised. Thanks for being here with me. My name is Auntie A. This has been Herald Hearth. Have a wonderful day.